Stop scrolling for 30 seconds. I'm going to show you a number that explains why no matter how hard you work, no matter how many raises you get, you still feel like you're running in place. The median American household earns $83,730 a year. That's almost $7,000 a month. To buy a median-priced home in 2026, you need to earn $106,731. That's the income required just to qualify, before down payment, before property tax, before a single utility bill. That's a $23,000 gap between what the average family earns and what it costs to access the most basic pillar of middle-class wealth. And housing is just trap number one. There are 11 more, and they're all running simultaneously on your money right now. Welcome to Trade Finance, and this is the 2026 Economic Reality Check. Just the math and exactly what it means for your financial life. Act 1. The housing equation nobody shows you. Let's start with the rule banks use to decide if you can afford a home. It's called the 28-36 rule. The 28 means housing costs should never exceed 28% of your gross monthly income. The 36 means total debt, housing plus car plus student loans, should never exceed 36%. In practice, 2026 has completely broken it. Here's the math on the median household. Monthly gross income, $6,977. 28% housing cap, $1,953 per month. Actual median mortgage payment at 5.98% rate, roughly $2,650 per month. Monthly deficit before groceries, $697. You are nearly $700 underwater on housing alone before you buy a single piece of furniture. Mortgage rates have already compressed your purchasing power by 10% compared to just 2 years ago. If you live in a major metro and earn under $130,000, homeownership in that city is, by the math, not accessible to you. That's not a personal failure. That's a structural crisis. Act 2. The 12 traps engineered into your spending. The reason most financial advice fails is that it treats your spending like choices. It's not. Most of it is architecture, systems designed by trillion-dollar companies to extract money from you automatically. Here are the 12 traps. Trap number 1, lifestyle inflation. Every raise becomes a new fixed cost within 90 days. This hedonic adaptation is the single most efficient wealth destruction mechanism ever documented. Trap number 2, fixed cost entrapment. When 80% of your income is committed to fixed costs like mortgages and car notes before the month starts, a $5,000 emergency becomes a genuine crisis. Trap number 3, identity spending. When a purchase is tied to how you see yourself, you spend 43% more on average. It feels like survival, but it's just signaling. Trap number 4, the wealth optics illusion. 61% of high earners own luxury goods, but only 8% of actual wealth builders. True wealth is invisible. It lives in index funds and paid-off assets. Trap number 5, high-income fragility. 41% of households earning over $300,000 live paycheck to paycheck. High income without systems is just high-speed instability. Trap number 6, the subscription drain. The average American pays for 12 subscriptions but thinks they only have 3. This can drain $300 to $600 a month in auto-pay commitments. Trap number 7, the car payment normalization. The average new car payment in 2026 is $735 for a depreciating asset. We've been trained to accept this as a permanent line item. Trap number 8, the emergency fund gap. 67% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. Trap number 9, minimum payment mentality. A $5,000 balance at 24% APR paid at minimums takes 17 years to clear and costs $7,000 in interest. Trap number 10, the tax optimization gap. The average W-2 employee leaves $6,000 to $12,000 per year in legal tax savings on the table. Trap number 11, opportunity cost blindness. $500 spent at age 30 isn't just $500. At 7% return over 30 years, it's $3,800. And trap number 12, the insurance and fee ecosystem. The average household overpays by $1,200 in insurance and $800 in fees. Act 3, the wealth psychology no one teaches you. Researchers use 2 terms: prodigious accumulator of wealth, PAW, and underaccumulator of wealth, a UAW. UAWs look rich. PAWs are rich. When you spend based on identity, the 1.43 multiplier, it is the difference between retiring at 55 and working until 72. Here is the target net worth equation. Age times annual income divided by 10. Wealth also provides option value, the ability to leave a bad job or wait for the right opportunity. Furthermore, financial worry consumes the equivalent of 13 IQ points of bandwidth. Wealth literally makes you smarter. Act 4. The system that actually works. Savings rate is the single most powerful lever in your life. If person A saves 30% and person B saves 5% on the same income, after 20 years, person A has $4 million while person B has $650,000. The framework is 1. Automate first. Transfer your target savings the day your paycheck lands. 2. Audit the 12 traps in your last 3 months of statements. 3. Run your net worth formula. Know exactly where you stand. 4. Optimize taxes. Max your HSA and fund your 401k to the match. 5. Separate identity from spending. Ask if a purchase is buying something real or just a feeling. Payoff, the reframe, and close. The system is not broken. It works perfectly for the people who designed it. It works for them, but it costs you. Once you see the system, you can exit it. You don't need to earn more. You need to stop the leak. You are not behind because you failed. You are behind because you were never shown the math. Now you have the math, do something with it. If you want the full 2026 budgeting framework, comment the word math and I'll send it to you. Share this with one person who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one.